So today we're going to be adding mixed numbers. It's not that different from when we were adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. The only thing new is that you have to carry these whole numbers over when you are changing your denominators. So just like in the last video, we have a 3 and we have a 6. Those aren't the same, so we have to make them the same. The least common multiple for those is 6. We know that 3 can go into 6, and so can 6 can go into 6. So we're going to make these equivalent fractions. We're going to times this by 2 and times this by 2. So far, nothing's really different from before, other than we have a couple whole numbers involved here too. So now we add the fractions. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3, 6. But don't forget to add these mixed numbers. 6 plus 2 is 8. But just like any other time, you have to make sure that things are in simplest form. And don't forget to bring this whole number again. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Your final answer is 8.5. So each time we're going to have a kind of a different example and different case scenarios that could come up. So in example 2, you can see the denominators are already the same. Well, don't change them to be the common denominator of 8 or something, or you don't need to do it if it's already the same. So add your numerators. So you get 4 fourths, and then 10 9 is 19. So this is a little different here because this is not simplified because we know that 4 fourths is equal to 1 whole. But I already have 19 wholes, so you want to add your 19 plus your one other whole, which gives you a final answer of 20. Take a look at example 3. This one's going to be different too. So we're going to bring these whole numbers over because I know my denominators are different. I know they can both go into 4. So this stays 3 fourths. This one times 2 times 2. I'm going to go ahead and add. 3 plus 2 is 5 fourths. I'm going to add my whole numbers and get 13. But 5 fourths is an improper fraction. You have to change that to a mixed number. So most of you can probably do that in your head. You get 1 and 1/4. But if you can't, this is the type of problem where you come over off to the side and do the top number divided by the bottom. 5 divided by 4 goes in one time. You read it like a clock, 1 and 1/4. So this is 1 and 1/4, but I also have this 13 here. So I have to add this 13 whole onto my 1 and 1/4 for a final total answer of 14 and 1/4. That is the final answer. This one's going to be a lot like this, except it's going to end up needing reduced. So I'm going to try to show you everything I can think of. They both have a common denominator of 8. So this is going to stay 11 and 6/8. This is going to get times by 4. Now I'm going to add them. I get 6 plus 4 is 10 eighths. And this 11 plus 9 is 20. But when I go to do this, 10 eighths is improper. I have to change it to a mixed number. So this is the kind where you would go off to the side and do this, or do it in your head. You would get 1 and 2/8. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract, you get 2. You read it like a clock, 1 and 2/8. But I already have 20. So I have to add my 20 on to my 1 and 2/8, which gives me 21 and 2/8. That was just like example 3. However, there's an extra step here because this can be reduced. I can simplify that by dividing them both by 2. So don't forget that whole number. You get 21 and 1/4. Final answer.